Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Discussing the Universe
With Drake.
and Ty, and this is season 2, and we're going to start off strong by asking you to, well, join the Discord, subscribe, and like the video. Yep, that's how we're starting.
Yep. Ty, was that it?
That was my intro.
Okay, so basically we've been doing a thing where you go back and forth between
Oh
who
my
does
God.
the intro, and it's supposed to be my turn, but you said you were gonna do it all soothing. But that's just your normal voice! That's just how it always sounds, Ty.
I'm always soothing.
I thought you
That's the
had some
point.
sort of clever joke that would revolutionize comedy.
No.
Okay.
Anyway, we're doing relationships between humans today.
Yeah.
To start off season 2.
Not
Since
even
we-
just like
we
romantic,
did-
just in general. Just like the
just in general.
grand
Yeah.
concept.
Because we started off with the human condition.
You gotta meet
that's-
that expectation.
Yep. So next week will probably be a meme, but
It'll
but
probably
we'll
be
see.
funny. It's usually
Yeah.
how we go with these.
And then indeed it is.
So how do we want to start this? This is a daunting thing to talk about.
And indeed it is. I guess. Okay, friendship. Let's start with that.
Start with that.
So making friends. All right. When I first moved to Burbank,
Yeah.
I had no friends.
And you still don't. Moving on to the next topic. Continue.
Wow.
Continue, Ty. I'm sorry.
How dare?
Ah!
Yeah. So the first friends I made were at like the freshman, not even like orientation, like not the orientation of like, hey, new freshman, welcome to high school, and like it was in line to get like textbooks or something.
Oh, okay.
And I told myself, I was like, I gotta communicate with some of these people. And so I just tapped the guy on the shoulder in front of me, and I'm like, hey, oh, what are you in here for?
What did you get in for?
And
I didn't
he
return
just
my
goes-
textbook on time.
he just goes, learning?
Wow,
like,
amazing.
Damn. That's rough.
Whoa,
buddy.
so am I, yo.
Yeah, and I've known him for 4 years now. So
That's pretty
Yep.
cool.
that's how I made
How do
friends.
adults make friends? I'm just asking. Question. If you are an adult, which if you are, I don't know why you decided to watch this of all things. Unless you're like my parents, go in the comments. Tell me, how do adults make friends? And if you don't have any friends, then just tell us that. And there we go. Okay.
I'm sure adults have friends. But here's a fictional scenario, I believe, in where adults can make friends.
Yes.
So, like seminars and stuff.
Yes.
So
I do.
so let's say you're at like an adult I don't know. What's something adults do?
I see. This is the issue. They're
crap.
different
Uh-oh.
species. I don't understand them in the
Different
slightest.
they're different species. They're the next stage of evolution.
Seems like
okay,
a
okay.
downgrade, honestly.
Yeah, my English teacher was like, adulthood sucks.
That's what a nice statement. Hope for the future.
Well, it's because one of our classmates turned 18, so he went on this like 10-minute talk on how bad adulthood is.
Oh well,
And how good
that's
adulthood
nice.
Yeah, we were vibing, but okay, let's say in the future, just like a D&D seminar, all right,
What? This is
for
okay.
adults, okay, because adults play D&D. Like I know a few adults who play D&D.
Okay, so I don't think
And-
a bunch of adults make D&D. If you're saying that
Okay.
the only way that adults make friends is by going to D&D seminars, then I'm worried
That's
for
not,
you.
I mean like seminars or just like randomly, meeting and just like, I believe a friend could be made like by accidentally tripping somebody and like, whoops, sorry.
That's called. You see, nowadays
as
people
long
will
as-
arrest you for assault if you do that.
wait, no, I mean like literally accidental, not like, yes, this was all accidental. Yes.
No, even then.
What? Wow. Well, I mean, like, if nobody's hurt, it's just like a whoops, and like they stumble a little bit. It's like ha 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 ha. Sorry.
This seems
about
like
that.
the
Where are
beginning
you
of
going?
a bad high school like movie romance.
Shoot, you're right.
Is that how?
Oh
Is
god.
adulthood just bad high school movies, but like longer? That sounds horrible. I get it now. I really do.
Dang. Well, friends are just people who share interests,
Yes.
and adults are very like I believe adults are very kind of like reserved
I
about what
believe
they're
that
interested
adults
in.
don't have interests, is what I believe.
You have parents who I assume have hobbies.
Maybe. Is-
Okay then. Do you not leave your room and you just never see your
oh
parents do
no.
anything?
My parents have hobbies. It's what's known as a joke, Ty. It's what's known as a funny
Uh-huh.
joke.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
If I say what my parents' hobbies are, they're gonna be like, "You can't say that. This is the internet. You're not
Got it.
allowed to." They're gonna know. Uh,
Steal my identity.
I'm calling you out,
Uh,
mom, right now. But I'm doing the daily dose thing. I'm doing. You should go check it out right now. It's very funny
oh
and
yeah,
humorous. I'm making stuff
we
every
can
day.
advertise that
You can
now.
advertise that.
We
I'm
can
doing stuff
advertise.
for
Yeah,
the
I can do
Baby Yoda one where we were spoiler alert, where we were shooting
I'm
up
doing-
Grant
I'm
as
doing-
Baby Yoda.
Subduing Baby Yoda.
Subduing Baby Yoda. My mom was like, this is very bad. This is not allowed. People are gonna think you're a violent thug." I'm like, "No, mother. This is what people on the internet do. It's fine." And they're like, "What if the colleges see this?" I'm like, "If the colleges somehow get a hold of this channel and they don't respect me, then they aren't cultured enough. I don't want to be in their school anyway." So
I know that at the very least, USC knows what my channel looks like.
why
because
is
I had-
USC looking at living the Thai life?
Because remember I posted the video of my audition, my two monologues.
Oh,
So
you actually sent the
yeah.
video link, not the actual file?
Well, that's what they asked for.
They asked for a YouTube video? What? What are these universities freaking updating their preferences? Like, oh, you have to have a
Impossible.
YouTube channel. You have to conform to the internet norms now. It's like, what if you were like on an application, you had to check off if you used like Facebook or something? It'd be so weird.
I think that actually is something that not the universities themselves look for, but the communities within the universities look for,
That
just for like
seems
socialization
that
purposes.
seems on some sort of level. I can't tell if that seems right or seems wrong.
Well, perhaps we could discuss it in another time.
Yeah.
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 But yet friendship, it's a weird thing because I like to consider myself at the very maximum an acquaintance with Drake. Like
Sure.
we're not friends.
sure, Ty. You keep telling yourself that. Don't worry.
Oh God, are we friends, Drake? Dear God.
Okay, so I might have been just playing along this whole time.
Wow.
Uploading these videos and stuff. It was kind of just, I don't like you that much.
This
It was
is-
just like, come on.
this is
Like, I
all-
was hoping that eventually you kind of just get off my back and stop doing this for a second, please.
You were the one who asked me to do this.
Yeah, but it was all a ruse. It was all a prank.
It was all a part of your master plan,
Yes.
which the goal of which is unknown.
Goal of which is the total destruction of humanity, but that's besides the point. Ignore that.
Why do you wish for the destruction of humanity?
Have you
That's
seen
the
what people
total
have been
concern.
doing
Okay, that's fair.
in general? Just every
Anyway.
single person on the planet.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to think that I've been a pretty good person.
Yeah.
Staying inside and,
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Not really going out
What
to
about
parties.
what about the 20 acts of murder?
Listen,
We excusing
Listen.
that, huh?
okay. Those were part of the past me.
You're gonna write
Alright, I'm
write
a-
those off on
I'm
your
a different
taxes.
man. The IRS does not need to know how many
I
counts
think
of
they
murder
do.
I've
If you don't tell them how
Yeah.
many people they've murdered, they actually come to your
Listen.
house and they're like,
committed.
"Okay,
They add
I'm
me to the
sorry,
list.
but you haven't told us how many people you've murdered accurately. We have conflicting sources. We're gonna need you to clear this up."
Understandable. To be honest, I don't remember. No, this is satire.
Yeah, it's satire. Ha ha ha! Funny. It's a joke. It's a funny joke.
I'm gonna be approached by like a police officer.
It's like, yes,
And
on your
they're just
YouTube
like-
channel, Living the Thai Life, you discussed of how you murdered 20 people. Could you please explain this?
And I'll have to be like, no, that was a bit. I'm sorry.
It was a bit. It was for a funny joke.
It was for a joke. I'm sorry.
How many people are listening to this right now and genuinely think that we are like actual serial killers?
I know some people who like take everything literally, and I tried making a joke about like, you know, children,
Yeah,
like just
say it.
it was
Say
like
the joke.
Peter. No, it was something along the lines of Peter, just in like in a bathroom stall, kicking down the door for a bunch of, you know,
Oh,
or like just kicking in fourth graders' faces. I believe was the quote.
Pog. I mean, no, not Pog. That's
Wait a minute. What?
comedy is slowly dying because people, uh, in their act to make like everything super tolerant, are having everything be intolerant. If that makes sense.
Basically, jokes are just not allowed because tragedy, the component of a joke, is being outlawed.
Ironically, comedy is just tragedy, but like it's not supposed to be
Tragedy over
tragic.
time.
Exactly.
That's the magical equation. Yeah.
The
Uh,
other magical equation is E equals MC squared. What it stands for, no one knows. Maybe one day we'll find
I,
out.
I believe I might know the answer, but I've been
Yo, what?
forbidden from telling
Oh,
anybody.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Einstein came down. And he was like, hey, not yet. I was like, oh,
Speaking
all
of
right.
jokes and comedy, joking with your buddy pal friends, all right? It's a thing. It's a
Mhm.
thing that bonds, quote unquote, the boys together. All right. It's like
I see.
it's a deep part of like connecting to people. Like I can't imagine how it would be like to try and make a friend but never tell a single joke. Like what do you do? What do you do with your life? Are you just like, hey,
Yeah,
how was the
humor.
weather?
You're right though. Like humor is definitely a big part of making friends because if you surround yourself in people who like don't tell jokes or don't like jab at each other like, for fun, it's kind of like boring and those kinds of people will just, make you feel boring. Or like worse, people who don't laugh at jokes, you
Yeah.
know? Have you ever encountered somebody who just doesn't laugh at a really funny joke?
It's called everyone. Everyone who has ever heard any of my jokes before.
No, your jokes are something different, but like,
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, just in
so-
general, yeah.
just in general, they're built different. But
They're built different, not built good.
original does not mean good, Bo Burnham.
Exactly.
But yeah, it was 9 o'clock on a Saturday. No, but
Might have been.
like somebody told a really funny joke while I was in Japan school in Japan because that's where it was.
I believe we call that
And-
Weebland here in the States.
Please do not call it Weebland.
Oh, look, I'm just
It
no.
is-
That's just how what we call it. Okay, I
Right,
didn't make
obviously.
the rules.
Uh-huh. But basically just I I laughed along with the joke, but there was this one kid who just wasn't laughing. And I was like, that was pretty funny. And I'm a foreigner. Kind of.
I'm a foreigner.
Like-
I would know what comedy is.
No, like it was a joke about like government or whatever.
Yeah.
And just I was like, haha, government, funny government joke. And just this one guy who just wasn't laughing, like he was staring like at the person who made the joke, kind of just like not.
The government
even
is
smart.
not meant to be insulted.
Maybe I don't know. I don't remember his name.
All hail the U.S. of America.
Hold up, hang on. That's not how it's supposed to go.
say, can you see? Can I get copyrighted over singing the Star Spangled Banner? Can someone be like, I own the Star Spangled Banner now?
I don't think anybody owns that song. That's part of the public domain, I think. So
What if someone just rewrites the song, but they
say
change like
can-
2 notes? But like because they
Then-
still own
okay.
a portion of the song, then like they.
No, that's not how.
How different does a song have to be in order to be treated as a separate property?
I know some songs can have like the same like beat like exactly, but as long as they have the same like, or as long as they have different lyrics, they're fine. So I think that might be the limit, like lyrics alone.
I
But I
guess.
am not, I am not a legal official. Do not take this as fact,
I'm saying
please.
the fact that the song industry rules pretty much the entire internet is kind of dumb, because basically copyright law is on the internet is exclusive basically for just songs and like sometimes like a movie. If you like
Well,
upload to YouTube, just like you make a meme about
yeah.
SpongeBob, you're perfectly fine in doing that. But if you include like 5 seconds of the track, it can get your whole video demonetized.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da-boom.
Yeah, exactly like that. It's like they have such a firm hold on the 10 seconds of their music. It's like, what do you gain from this? What do you gain from someone
Well,
advertising 10
it,
seconds of your song?
it's because no, because some people make money off of it.
Oh no, I'm so sad that Billie Eilish, because I sang the tune to Bad Guy, is losing money. I'm so sorry for her.
Well, it's just a bunch of legal issues, and I totally like because I know some artists who have had like their work like traced exactly, and
Um,
that the tracer got more likes than the
um,
actual artist, and that's just not
I
fair.
believe that once you have a certain amount of money, your copyright goes away. That's how the more percent, the
Mm,
more money you have, the more millions of dollars you got, the less percentage of your own stuff you own. Because that's fair to me. All right.
are you trying to impose some new form of government?
This isn't government. This is just copyright law. Copyright law isn't government.
Government?
N-
The government
the
it
gov-
makes laws.
y- this is just a new law. It's like saying, oh, because the one of the amendments was made, this is now a different governmental system. It's not.
Correct.
It's still this. Ty, stop. No, none of this. Enough. You must learn the new ways of the copyright system. So basically, if
Okay.
you
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you have $1 million, you lose
Hmm.
for every $1 million you like um have up until like past up until like let's say 10 million. So in between that part, like starting at 1 million, you lose 10% of that total like thing. So if someone uses under 10% of say like your song, then they're legally allowed to use that. Up until um what did I say, 10 million, in which that's the cap is 50%. So if you have 10 million or more dollars in your net value, then if someone uses more than half of your stuff, then that's illegal. But underneath that, it doesn't matter.
Hmm.
Because if you have like $10 million, then what are you doing with like the money anyway? That does bring up the problem of like people uploading just like I don't know songs, but they just like have half the song as one video and the second half as a second video. But people have been doing that for like cartoons for like ages. I will admit, oh, I mean, as a joke, FBI watching me through my camera right now is a funny joke. I watched before I had like Hulu, I watched Amazing World of Gumball as a joke. On YouTube, they were like split up as a joke into like 3 parts as a joke. Um, and that basically just kind of got around it.
Hmm. That is very humorous because it's a joke.
How can I relate this back to human relationships? Oh yes, my
Uh,
relationship with rich people. So have I
okay.
have I informed the audience of my arson guillotine wheel before? Have
You have
I?
not.
I have not informed the. This is a surprise. I've done it multiple times. I think on SMP Nations, but I'm only 6 episodes in. I need to make more of that, but that takes a lot of editing. I'm already doing the 100 daily things. I'm. It's a balancing act. It's a careful balancing act. Okay,
You
so
see,
the
that's why I like taking breaks.
yes, I like
Yeah.
taking breaks too.
Lies. You are actively overloading yourself. Anyway,
Oh
keep
yeah.
going.
Ah yes, arson guillotine wheel. Okay, so guillotine highly inefficient. It cuts one head at a time, and it has to take a while to set the next person back up. Say that this guy is dumb and stupid, unbased, and then cut his head off. All right. So my arson guillotine wheel, um, it's a you take like like a water wheel. Oh, it like gets pushed by the water. you put the guillotine blade on the end of each of the little wheels. And then you have a conveyor belt of just like stupid dumb, like people like I don't know Jeff Bezos, and I don't know other people I
What are you
don't
doing
want to
here?
exist. Well,
What are you doing here?
I'm toppling over the I'm doing a French Revolution. Okay, so
Please
then
do not perform
then the
a French
guillotine, the
Revolution.
guillotine's on the water wheel. We line them up on the conveyor belt. They just perfectly cut each head off, and it scoops it up because like it cuts it, and then you know how it like rotates back up. It scoops up the head and it deposits it in the boiler room, which is inside the wheel. The blades themselves are also they're on fire. That's where the arson in the guillotine wheel comes from. So it cauterizes the wound instantly.
You concern me.
It cauterizes the wound. So no mess. No muss, no fuss, as we say in the arson guillotine wheel industry. It scoops up the burned heads and it just puts them in the boiler room to fuel the wheel more. It's an infinite cycle. And then we just take their money and we redistribute it back into the economy where it belongs. This is my ingenious plan. I'll be starting a GoFundMe soon.
No,
obtain funding?
no,
No GoFundMe for the arson guillotine wheel? No.
no arson guillotine wheel.
No arson
That is
guillotine.
bad.
That is the basis of my personality,
Shh.
Ty.
It's not.
What the?
Believe me, I would have figured that out by now.
It's the arson guillotine wheel. It's like a fun and like the kiddies, they can like hang out on the side. There can be like
Stop.
little rides on
no.
the side, and it's like a
Stop.
not carousel, a Ferris wheel.
Oh yeah.
And, like you ride around like
scarring
"Whee!"
children.
No, they'll learn to like it. We get the children exposed
see-
to these things at a young age, and then they'll grow up and they'll be like, I want to make arson guillotine wheels, and that's how it starts. It's a slow burn.
That's what abusers say.
You see what I did there? I said slow burn because I mean it's actually really
Yeah,
quick because it's
because it's-
instantaneous. They die. They just gonna. It's painless too. See?
Wow, you know what? You're
Hmm?
you're pretty new and different this season. Speaking of new
Pretty
and
new-
different, I hope
No,
you
this is just how I've always been.
I hope you like the new thumbnail.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. Ty drew a new thumbnail.
I did a new thumbnail, so I hope you like it.
I didn't draw any of it this time. I drew half of the last one, but he did all of it because Ty gets to do it because he's cool. He's a good artist.
I am
He
indeed.
draws more than me, even though I'm a better artist than him. But that's the point. That's ignoring the fact.
I'd like to beg to differ, but
No,
everybody's
no.
an artist in their own way.
No. You see, everyone's an artist in their own way, and my own way is just being a better artist.
Why do you hate me?
No. I didn't say yours was bad. Yours is really good. You see, mine's just better. That's just how it works. I don't make the rules. I mean, I do, but like, I wish I didn't. I could change the rules. I could be better. I could be worse at art.
Did you get possessed?
This is.
I feel like.
Oh no, I'm just very What's the word? We are tired. Doesn't seem that way.
Why?
It's like the opposite effect. You see, when I get more tired, I start to just say more. I monologue more. Okay, this is my thought process all the time. You're just hearing more of it out.
Yes.
Also,
I understand that
remember when
feeling.
this podcast was about human relationships?
Yes, but you guys remember the point of the podcast. We don't stay on topic all the time.
I forgot that my
So
parents
hit
were
that
listening
like
to this,
button.
and now they're going to be very worried for my safety, and I'm going to get arrested.
Yeah. I forgot I followed your mom on Instagram,
Yes, you did.
and yeah, and she posted like a bunch of pictures of you when you were younger.
Yes, why?
I feel like it could be pretty humorous if we made the Discord like the little
Emotes?
pop-
Old pictures of me?
Oh yeah, why don't we make emotes where it's just old pictures of you? Okay, yeah, that's the plan.
If any of you want
Anyway.
to suggest emotes for the Discord server, it's in the link
Well, you gotta
below.
join the Discord
I
server.
really,
so, yeah.
no one has told me if the Discord link still works. I think it does. It should still work, but
I set it
That's
to
not-
infinite.
I set mine
so,
into infinite.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're good then.
We good.
Back to human relationships. So we've covered friendship.
we
we could-
covered friendship.
I guess now that we've solved friendship, we
Mhm.
could move on to I don't know, to be downgraded to acquaintanceship or
Sure. Acquaintanceship is a really. I think acquaintanceship is just some sort of like thing people kind of made up for themselves just so they could say, "Well, I'm not friends with this person, but I don't hate
I'm
them.
not
I just
friends, but
know them. I'm aware of
yeah,
their
I know who they
existence."
are. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Instead of just saying,
Because
"I don't
it's
want to
like
interact with them that much, but I don't have a distaste for them."
it's like coworkers basically. It's just like another word for
Yeah.
coworkers, kind of. Because you see people in the school and like you learn people's names and stuff, but you don't become like friends with them.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you don't hang out.
I know so
And
many
it's like
people
I
in
know you.
school.
You're a good acquaintance of mine. Or like a bad acquaintance, whatever. Whatever floats the boat. You know what I mean? Cool. We did it. We covered
We did
acquaintanceship.
it. Yeah, amazing.
All right. Time for romance.
Romance, more like friend zoned. Am I right, guys?
That's
I've never been friends. Actually, no, I have been
uh,
unintentionally friend zoned. I have never.
go.
I'm gonna say this right now. I've never asked out a
It's this
person in my
story.
life. You don't even. I mean, yes, Ty knows the story very well. I've told it many times. Also known as never in my life.
He's monologued before.
I.
Anyway,
What?
continue.
Okay, so in freaking
Mhm.
middle school, I knew this girl. She was not the nicest to me. She was pretty mean. She kind of picked on me, but not like too much. Just more like, not like flirty teasing, but just like middle school girl teasing. Cause haha, it's funny to tease people
Uh.
in middle school. With her female friends.
The posse.
But the posse, the mafia. But then during like high school in Greece, she was in Greece with me.
Oh, really?
I'm not gonna say who it is just because I don't want to out her like this. But what was I gonna say? Oh yes, I got like more friendly with her, not per se. Like I just kind of talked to her more, and she didn't like annoy me or something, and she wasn't mean to me ever. So I was like, okay, I'm an acquaintance with her. I guess we could. I connected it back. Haha, I'm so cool.
Good job. Good job.
But then she of course, me being stupid, she like kind of asked me one time like if I liked her. I just assumed because I'm a stupid freshman that like she was wondering if I was being cuz I knew that I thought she knew that we didn't really like each other like in middle school, so I thought was like she asking like not like want to go on a date. I said, "Well, I guess." And she was like, "Well, I guess we can just be friends." And I was like, "Wait a second. Hold on." So
It was at this moment Drake knew.
I have been friend zoned unintentionally. And that's
You
so
friend-zoned yourself.
yeah, I
dude.
friend zoned myself. I didn't
Yeah.
even like her, and but
That's
she
rough.
friend zoned me anyway. This is like the bottom of the barrel. I cracked through the barrel with a hammer, and I'm just in the pit below. I'm in the soggy area where like all the liquid from the barrel drips down. Just creates like
Yeah.
lichen. I'm there. That's where I am right now.
The barnacles
That
is
was a
growing
weird-
at the bottom.
It was a weird experience.
Well, it's a unique experience indeed. Me, my current partner and I,
Mm-hmm.
she's very awesome. We had a weird meetup because we were very like not acquaintances, for like 2 years prior. But like she told me like this story on Halloween. Remember when I dressed up in that like neon costume and had pink hair?
Well, that's that one anime, right?
The Disastrous Life of Psyche Kit. You should check it out.
Yes.
It's very nice. That is to Drake and the audience. Anyway, but she told me, she was like, "Oh my god, I remember I watched that anime. You looked, I was thinking of going over. I thought you looked very cool. I was gonna say, and I was gonna say hi, and I'm like, well, why didn't you?"
What was I gonna say? I think you said this like a while ago during the
Really? Did I
During
say this
the
during the
how-
Halloween episode?
No, you said this during the Drake's Guide How to
Oh,
Get
how
a
to have a
Girlfriend.
significant other.
I mean, not say
Ah.
whatever. It was the same concept. We
Well-
need to get Luke back. That was a really fun time.
That was
Oh.
a nice episode.
Oh, jeez, time is
Yeah.
flying by. How long ago
Indeed, it does.
was?
Anyway,
that?
it was like a few months. But yeah, how we became friends first is like we started sending each other like memes.
Mhm.
And then we had a class together, and like we still didn't really even talk in the class. Like I kind of just helped her out when she needed help because it was wood shop, and me being a skilled artist and craftsman,
Hmm.
I was very good at what I did. And I mean, she was also very good. Megan, I am not dissing your skills, so please do not aim a
No,
sniper
no, no.
rifle at my head.
He's dissing you already.
No, please,
I think it's
Megan.
time to call it quits on this
apologize.
relationship.
Wait, no, I really like this one.
You've had like
Um,
2, counting this one.
Well, I really like this one.
How do you know,
Uh,
punk? I'm sorry for calling you punk. That
You know,
was uncalled for. That
yeah,
was-
you've called me punk 4
I call
times
everyone
today.
punk. It's my funny joke. All right. It's
Yeah, when did it become your funny? Anyway,
no one
whatever.
knows.
But yeah, we we kind of confessed to each other in memes, so that was
What the hell does that mean?
okay. So what if I put my Minecraft bed next to yours kinds of memes? I sent her one of those.
Are you freaking serious? you're freaking kidding me right now?
So yeah, and,
Wait,
and
okay, so she sees, hey, what if I put my Minecraft bed next to yours? And she's like,
we,
yes, I would like to go out on a date with this individual. Is this the key? Is this the secret lock I've been missing?
We were already talking for a while, okay?
No,
It was winter break. It was winter break and stuff, and like that's when we started sending me like those kinds of like flirty memes to each other. It was very cute. I enjoyed it a lot. And then eventually we were kind of just like I was kind of just laying in bed and we were texting and I was like, wait a minute. This feels very nice. I wish to get to know this individual a lot more. A lot more. And then
You've already said her name,
Yeah.
by the way, so I don't know if you're doing
Oh,
this
yeah.
as a joke.
I would-
or-
that's right. Short-term memory. It's a curse.
this
Anyway.
unknown individual whose name
This
rhymes
unknown
with
individual.
Megan.
Rhymes with Megan. Yeah. But yeah, we were talking. And I was kind of just like, hey, I think I kind of like you. Wanna get to know each other more. And then she was like, I was gonna say that. Yeah.
What?
You good? You good over there?
Well, no, I
assume
didn't do it. No,
not.
nothing happened. No, I'm sorry. What are you,
No,
what
okay,
are you talking about?
You got it.
No,
All right,
I'm not
all
doing
right.
anything.
Okay.
I'm really I'm concerned for you right now. Are you good?
Really? Why?
You good hearing
Oh,
things?
I'm great. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I'm
That's fine.
feeling great. Anyway, yeah. So we've been together for actually. Let me do some math. Oh God, hang on. I gotta go back to last year.
By the way, the
Yeah.
video is like 3 months old for the relationship one.
Really?
Yeah, we've been doing this for a while now. It's crazy how time flies.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my God, nearly 9 months. Holy crap! Damn, that's
It's
awesome.
pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
It's pretty rad. It's pretty
Thank you.
cool. I'm happy for you a lot.
Oh, thank
Very
you.
happy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I'm glad.
It's a good time.
I'm sure one day you will also obtain a Mr. or Mrs.
Unnecessary. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's absolutely fine.
Okay.
But on an unrelated note, hey, ladies out there, I'm single. Wink, finger snap, point, finger guns, wink, wink.
Yeah,
Hey.
finger guns don't really work anymore. I tried finger gunning.
What?
Didn't work.
Like actually?
Yes, I turned my fingers into a gun. It didn't work well.
That sounds very painful. Like the transformation process must be excruciating.
Yeah, it took all of the iron out of my blood. It
I
was
mean, makes
very
sense.
bad. Yeah.
My superpower is to control the iron in my blood to make a gun into my hand, but the bullet I fire takes up all of the iron in my blood, so I immediately start dying. It's a one-shot thing. I'm not gonna waste my shot.
I'm not throwing away my shot. Okay. Speaking of Hamilton, we need to do the thing soon. Just saying.
I guess we could.
Just saying. All right.
I thought this would all be over by now.
yeah.
it's not.
Yeah, but then yeah. Ugh,
However, what is it? Was it UCLA or something is opening back up again? Someplace I heard,
really?
overheard my mom talking about. And usually when stuff like that starts opening up, all of the like, my brain just stopped. Like LAUSD starts, and then usually BUSD follows. So I'm just saying.
Hmm. Well, that'll be nice as long as we can get a vaccine.
Yeah.
Obvious reasons. Did you hear the news that like Disneyland is going to become like a mass vaccination site?
Yes.
So,
That sounds
like, I made the
fantastic.
I made the joke of my story. Hey, senior trip to Disneyland. We could still go and get
We
vaccinated
can't,
all at the same
actually,
time.
you say that as a joke, but that's not a half
No,
bad
no,
idea.
I'm being serious.
That's not
I'm
a
being
half
serious.
bad.
That
Get
would
the
be
whole
both
senior
funny
class here.
and
Get the whole
practical.
senior class. Go to Disneyland and have one last hurrah.
Yeah, that's the plan. It'd be nice to go to Disneyland with the boys.
Yeah. Not being able to see the boys, it's crippling my brain.
Obviously,
My
you
brain.
you had like a little
I did. You
you had a
see,
little problem there.
it's
It's
corrupting
taking
me.
effect.
It's killing me slowly. My brain runs on the power of the boys fueling me, on an emotional level.
Your brain runs on men on an emotional level.
That's not what I
What?
said.
I never realized.
I said the I said the boys, Ty. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Ty.
I know, I know.
So yeah. What was it? I was saying something. Oh yes, going. I have not been to Disneyland with friends specifically in a while. I mean, I haven't been to Disneyland in a while for obvious
Yeah,
reasons.
I was gonna
But
say.
the last time I went to Disneyland
uh,
was just with my family. I think. How many times have you gone to Disneyland, Ty? You haven't lived there
I haven't
that long,
gone.
so.
There. I live like one street away from you. Anyway, I haven't gone to Disneyland in I think 3 or 4 years, and the last time I
3 4 years.
no 5 years
5
because
years.
I think the last time I went was with my eighth grade band and choir.
The last time
Obviously,
you've been is 8th grade. That's crazy to
I
me.
think so.
Because me and a bunch of
Uh,
people I know always usually go like sometimes annually.
I know a family friend of ours, or family is they are Disney like
It's just
fanatics,
kind of
and
a
like
Burbank thing to do because you it's right
no,
there.
but they don't live. No, they don't live in
Or just like
Burbank. They
around
live
the
in
area.
like no, they live in Pittsburgh.
What is it? What? Why would? I'm concerned. But
It's a little.
the
You
fact
know
that
what?
you
They
haven't
can
gone
do
to
that.
Disneyland in 5 years is just such a foreign concept to me.
I
Like I know tons of people
okay.
haven't gone. No, I'm not trying to sound like, oh my gosh, you haven't
You
gone to
sound so
Disneyland.
mean.
I'm not, but it's just
you said you sound so mean when
it's
you
like
say
no,
that.
it's like someone if someone just told you what's a good analogy? Someone saying, "Yeah, I haven't eaten pizza in 5 years. I like it, but I just haven't." I know it's not
I
that like
would
it's
say
if pizza was as expensive as Disneyland, I would probably only eat it every
yeah.
5 years too.
But yeah, I can't remember a time in my high school career where I've been to Disneyland. And
No,
if I have been to Disneyland, it's been a while. So it was at least freshman year then.
you just gotta take it from my perspective, where I like go once a year, and it's just like
Okay,
I'm not trying to be Ty.
I
I'm
see how it
sorry,
is.
Ty. I'm sorry. I'm just no. That's
Oh
what I'm
my
telling you right now.
god.
Ty. Oh my gosh, Ty.
No, I totally
Stop. Oh my
no, I want to go.
gosh.
I want to go.
Ty, you
You
haven't
know?
been to Disneyland. You're so lame. You're so
Oh
lame,
my
Ty. Oh my
god. Oh my
god. Oh my
god.
god. Only the highest quality of content here on discussing the
Obviously.
universe of Drake and Ty.
But you know, I totally want to go. Like I want to do things, but I think I think one of the reasons I didn't go was
Yeah.
in like in my earlier years was just A, I didn't have that many friends. B, I don't think I'm not usually like invited to things. Like people don't invite me to things. I usually have to crash party. I mean, no. that.
Oh, Ty doesn't get invited to things. I never get invited to things either. Don't worry.
I also don't crash parties. That was a joke.
I don't crash parties because
Um,
I don't want to.
Yeah, it's just annoying to show up and then it's like, I'm here, and then you don't even have a presence. But anyway, like I think just people don't invite me, and also just like I've been busy,
Oh,
but now I'm not busy, and I really want to do things. And Disneyland sounds really nice. As like a little graduation thing. It would be quite neat.
mhm. It would be
I'm
quite
not.
neat.
Yeah,
Everything
I'm
would.
not. I'm not sure about the vaccination plus everybody going to Disneyland plan. I don't know how that would work though, because I'm pretty sure you need to actually be vaccinated and like have to wait 2 weeks for it to like kick in.
That
You know.
is kind of how vaccinations don't work that slow.
Okay.
Vaccinations are like
Okay.
it's not
Submit.
2 weeks; it's more like a day.
Oh well. Might as well. Might as well.
Wait, Ty, when was the last time you've been vaccinated?
Vaccinated. I think. Oh, actually, recently I got a. Or does a flu shot count as a
Flu shot is a vaccination.
Yeah. Okay.
Basically,
Well,
if
I
you
mean, like
take a
it's
shot, it is a vaccine most likely, unless it's like actually like a most shots are what like what science doctor is the right word. I forgot the word doctor.
the sciencers.
The
Those
science people.
sciencers.
What doctors usually call a shot is generally a vaccine. Otherwise, it's
I
just like
mean, there's other
there's like
drugs that
drugs, but
people
like most of the
inject.
time, if you get like a rabies shot or something like that, it is a
Okay.
vaccine.
Okay. Well, then in that case, I got a flu vaccine recently. I think like 3 months ago. So yeah, I was. It was for the flu, and I kind of just like died for a day, but I was fine. I was fine. So yeah, that was when were you last vaccinated?
Um, was I think over quarantine over the summer, some sort of
Well, a lot of us.
flu thing. I
Hmm,
think
nice.
I don't
That,
keep track
that's
of
good.
doctor's visits in my brain, which is going to be
You could-
very detrimental to
Yeah.
myself when I get
Hang on
older.
a minute.
But for now,
When
I
was
don't
the last
need to
time I
keep
went to
track.
the doctor? When was the last time I have had some
Being an
form of
adult sounds like
checkup?
it's gonna really, 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 really suck. Okay,
Yeah.
because I'm gonna have to
Yep.
actually go to the doctor and like be like, "Hey, can I be checked up, please, sir?" And they're probably gonna be like, "Yes." And I'm gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, that was so
You'll be
stressful.
like,
That was
oh,
so
thank God,
stressful.
they're doing their
Jeez."
job. Oh my God.
For a second, I thought they were gonna say no. It's like, no, we don't like
Oh my
you.
God.
You're bad.
Imagine,
Go away.
just imagine though, going to the doctors. It's like, hey, I have a bit
Hey,
of an issue.
I have
Can you like check?
can I get an
No,
appointment for a physical? He's like, no, no, you can't. They don't even say
no.
why. They just say no, and they just go back to their
You
work.
specifically,
It's like,
you
and then
specifically are
someone
not
else
allowed.
walks up by them, and then they say, "Hey, can I get a checkup?" And they're like, "Oh, sure, yeah, you're cool." And then
Yeah, we can have you in 10 minutes. It's like, oh, perfect.
oh, perfect. It's like, what? We could do that for a comedy showcase if we want to.
That should be a comedy. We are so
We
funny.
can if we
Oh
remember
my
this.
God.
Also, I wonder. See, this is where my social anxiety starts kicking in. I wonder if we're gonna like say
Social
this.
anxiety is
People are,
season 1 episode.
oh my gosh. Uh, people are gonna be like, "What? That's not a funny joke at all." And I'm gonna be like, "Ooh, what you say?"
Well, I thought it was funny.
Look, if we can find a way to like develop it a bit further, then
Just a bit. Okay, yeah. Because punchlines, like, they're funny like 2 times. Like,
yeah.
that's how lackluster punchlines are. They don't even follow the rule of threes. Because
What
or
if, what
unless
if,
the punchline
what if the
is
doctor's
skit.
like, remember that time you bullied me in the 7th grade? I remember. It's like,
Oh,
what? Hold on. Steven, is
pulls
that
out
you?
Yeah, Steven, he pulls out like a katana and he's ready to do battle.
While you were trying to get
I've
doctor's
been
appointments,
waiting.
I was studying the blade.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
This is a good idea.
We should actually do that later,
Yeah.
considering we need that by Thursday. So
Yes,
yeah.
we should talk to this. Maybe Jeffrey could be like the third person or whatever.
All right. How about relationships between like employees and their boss? How do you think those go? Because I feel like it's not
Unadulterated
like a
hatred.
student.
Okay, no, but actually, like, besides the ones where people are like, I hate them so much, I think it actually varies quite differently. from what
Yeah,
I have heard.
I definitely because I know some people who they're like, God, these executives, they're terrible, and then other people are like, hey, the executives are letting me do whatever I want, and then
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
pretty neat, and then for the other ones, I'm like, oh, that's good luck with that,
Mhm.
and then but I feel like it's kind of like a, how we talk to teachers. I feel like it's
Yes.
kind of like the same thing.
You know what? That makes
You know,
sense. That makes sense
some
to me.
of them are really cool, and then others are kind of like, yeah, here's like a 47-page packet. I need it done by the end of the week. It's like, oh, okay, I guess. You know,
Yeah, I get
because
it.
I quit AP Stats.
Yes.
I'm a bad boy. I quit
I'm
class.
still in it.
By quit, I mean I literally legally quit. How
Also,
is how is
it's
how is that?
so far for me at least. It seems a lot easier than last semester, but that might not
Good.
last long.
Really,
She
because
says this is going
one
to be
of
like basically the stuff we're learning now is going to be all semester, and it's relatively simple. Unlike the rest of the
okay.
stuff, it's mostly just a bunch of formulas.
But like, do you see? That's the part I hate.
You don't like formulas? Formulas are the best
I
part of math. You
hate.
literally just
I
you take
hate
your
math.
brain. Okay, math. When I get into like the groove of solving a math problem, it can feel really satisfying. Like if I'm doing
Wow.
well, of course, I wouldn't ever go out of my way to be like I'm gonna do math problems today. But like if I'm doing a
Today,
math homework that I have to do, and it starts
Okay.
to like click for me, it's like, wow, I used my big brain. That
Wow.
was all
You did it.
algebra 2 and geometry,
Hmm.
which okay, I always would consider that to be, good because that is the average level people are supposed to be at. But I've had so many intelligent, high-brained friends throughout all my life that like they'll
Like
say
me.
when I was in algebra 1, s- oh, would they be I think they'd be in algebra 2 or someone be even be in like pre-calc. And I'd be
I
like,
skipped
"Okay.
algebra one.
You skipped algebra 1?"
Yeah,
Wait, then
it
how
was
did you get held back a year?
no. I just skipped it. I took geometry instead.
So you just did 1 year you just didn't take a math?
Well, no,
Oh, because
no.
the
Like
timeline doesn't
I
add up. How are you
no
in the same level of math as me? Wait a second.
in
Oh,
fre-
you took okay. So what
in
last level math were you
freshman
with?
year. In freshman year, I took geometry,
Hmm.
and then sophomore year, I went to algebra two, and then junior, I went to intro to college math,
Oh,
and
you took intro to college math. Okay, I just skipped
yeah,
straight from algebra 2 to AP Stats now.
Ma-
That's what I was
some of
confusing.
my friends, Megan and like some of my other friends, they have my intro to college math teacher, and he's not necessarily like a bad teacher. He's kind of just like he you don't expect his teaching methods, and sometimes he's a little unfair, but other times it's really easy. So it's very sporadic, and they are acting exactly as I did when I first went to his class. Because the best way I could describe it was, wait, what?
Oh, that's not
Like
good.
every day, that was my reaction. It was just, wait, what? Okay. But yeah, funny thing actually about him. I met him
Hmm.
just randomly. Not the other day, but like a little while back. I went to go get ramen from Genia, and he was sitting there at a table, and I was like, "Hey, Mr. Fernando," and and he was kind of like socially awkward, um, and I was like, "Oh, it kind of, I think I get it now." Um, yeah.
Dang. Good teaching skills? Question mark.
No, he's not a bad teacher at all. He's a relatively good teacher, but he's just a little socially awkward, and I didn't really piece it together until I met him randomly.
The best teachers I ever have are always the history teachers. I'll say that
Really?
right now. Um, for like, there's been this huge streak of history teachers that I just really liked. Um, my brain's struggling to think. So like, well, because I'm thinking back to like middle school here. All right. Um.
You don't have your entire life archived in a like file
Oh
cabinet.
my god.
Oh my god,
Okay,
Trey.
so sixth grade was Miss Regal. I had her actually both for I think it was English and history. So I had her for history then. She was a really good teacher. She was like the first teacher that I ever actually enjoyed having. Um,
Okay.
Fifth grade teacher was like fine. She was nice, but she wasn't like I enjoyed being in school. I don't think many fifth graders enjoy being in school in general. Seventh grade was Mr. Will. He was a great, fantastic teacher. Um,
Oh,
eighth grade. I will admit I do not remember right now, but wait, no. Eighth grade was.
there
Ah,
it
I'm
is.
blanking. I'm blanking. No,
There it
no,
is.
it's the cool guy. It's the cool guy that I really liked. No, I'm sorry, I can't
The
remember his name.
cool
If you
guy.
are somehow, I don't even imagine how, if you're somehow watching this, please go down into the comments and tell me. Um,
Make sure to like and sub.
I
Like
could
and
look.
sub.
I
Okay.
could look through
You can look through your yearbook, I'm
my
sure.
yearbook eventually. So I really liked him, and
Really
then
good.
ninth grade was oh no, now it's all going down the drain. Everything's dying. I'm dying. I'm literally. Wait, did I take
There.
history? I might have not taken history in ninth grade.
No, I'm sure you did. Try to remember.
No,
You
actually,
got this. You got this.
I
Remember
might have.
your history teacher from ninth grade.
I did I skip history in ninth grade? No. Yes. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. No. I
Okay.
skip a class? No, I
You're
skipped a
lucky
science
though.
class. No, I did not. I skipped science last year. Uh. Okay, whatever. Skip ninth grade.
There.
Okay, skip all the grades. All I know is that, okay, skip 10th grade. Actually, I had Mr. Riley, who I actually had again this year for econ, which is just replacement for it. And then last grade, 11th grade, I had Mr. Fitzgerald, and he was a super chill teacher. He's the most like real chill, laid back teacher I've ever had in my life before. He barely ever gave homeworks. He didn't care if people were on their phone as long as they just passed the tests or paying attention and stuff. Um, we would always just kind of have talks and stuff. Well, not like long talks. I would just like say funny quip in the middle of the lesson, and he'd be like, "That was a funny quip, Drake. Thank you."
Good job.
Um,
Really.
that was a really good class. It was like second period, so it was a nice time to relax. It was up like on the second floor, so I had to climb the stairs
Oh,
every morning, which was not funny.
I remember climbing the stairs.
Yeah.
Oh, that was painful.
And then this
Really though, you're
year,
lucky.
yeah, I've had super good history teachers. Are always the most laid back teachers I ever have, and they're also good.
Okay. I have a story then.
Hmm.
8th grade, history teacher, also English teacher, Mr. Kerwin.
Hmm.
He used to be a lawyer, and then he
Oh,
became a teacher.
that doesn't sound fun at all.
That man, not only was he like not a dictator, but he was just he had a strong presence within the classroom, let's say. And he basically was like, this 8th grade stuff is garbage. Let me teach you how to write at a 10th grade level.
Why?
And I'm
Why
like,
would they do that?
oh. And so I ended up getting a B in that class. So I did kind of well, but he was a little unfair in his praising of students because, I get it. People who get an A in your class, like, hey, good job, you got an A. But I don't feel like he praised them a little too much, if you know what I mean. Like, if you praise somebody that much for passing your class, that means your class is absolute hell. And it's like, I'm not sure if that's the ideal learning environment, but you do you, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah. I guess, yeah. And then other history teachers. I had another one in ninth grade. Or no, not ninth grade, 10th grade. He reminded me of Mr. Kerwin. And I was like,
that's not good.
this is the second coming, because he used to be some job that required discipline, and I'm like, oh. Ugh. So yeah, my luck with history teachers, and then all of my other history teachers were just boring. Like, blah blah. This happened in 1876. I don't even remember.
Oh no, history as like a subject in itself, I am barely interested in.
Yeah, no. History only exists so we can learn not to make mistakes that we've already made, which some people don't understand. But that's fine. That's fine. It's fine.
Well, let's see. What mistakes are people making, and what history has reflected that?
Okay. I would like to point out smallpox.
Mm-hmm.
People were like, hey, people went outside, and that a lot of people got infected. So, guys, make sure to stay inside. I would now like to point to 2020 and now 2021.
I'm gonna look this up.
because literally there was like an article. It's like, hey, if you stay inside, the smallpox will go away quicker, and people didn't listen.
How old is
So,
smallpox again?
about 100 years.
All right.
But yeah, like people literally wrote papers
The
about it.
smallpox epidemic was in
It was like-
1902.
It was just so history happening again, and it's like, is this destiny? Are we being toyed with?
Well, I mean, I don't think most people teach about what they said about smallpox and stuff. Like,
Okay, but
without
like,
the knowledge of now.
Okay,
Why
but
would
now-
any teacher be like, okay, and then they said about the smallpox to socially distance from each other?
okay, but also just not listening to scientists then, because people didn't listen to
You're
the
right, you're right.
scientists back in smallpox, and look what happened. A lot of people got taken out.
This is the issue with like history and stuff. The problem is that it's like history. Oh, you better pay attention, or you're gonna be doomed to repeat it. But you won't really know if you're going to repeat it unless you are already repeating it, and you can't
Yeah,
exactly
only
plan
others
ahead.
can tell you. Only others can tell you if you're repeating
It's
the
like,
history.
oh, don't commit
But-
genocides. It's like, yeah, it's kind of obvious.
Yeah, don't do that.
If people
know.
are committing genocides, then they were gonna do that whether or not they read the history books. It's kind of a hard, it's a balancing
like-
act.
Mm. That's not a good example, I think.
Well, what is it good?
Hopefully, we're out of genocidal dictators.
Ignore the genocides happening in like the Middle East.
Right.
No, somewhere else.
Yeah.
Is it
something-
China
something
again? I think
like that.
China's doing more genocides again. I think. Possibly.
Seriously?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Not. Is it Muslims now? I think it might be Muslims. I just said I'm not a
Cool.
history buff. So someone in the comments, please tell us what
Isn't that current events?
Yeah, it's current events. Why? It's not-
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. History is
Different-
just a bunch of
different
current
podcast.
events just
Different podcast.
written out over the course of history. That's why it's called history. Right now, we are living in history. We have always been living in history. Every single second that you spend is history, and people will be taught about it somehow, in some butterfly effect way. Your actions right now are affecting the history books.
Okay. Oh my god.
Okay, Die? Okay, Die? So why are you not giving me all your money? Huh?
Well, give us your money.
Give us your money.
All that you've
I'm
got.
not singing the whole
Just
song.
fork it on over.
No, stop.
It's time to pass the hat.
They're not singing the whole song, Die. Die,
Oh,
no.
give us your money.
I'm gonna
Okay.
get arrested. What we just talked about the music thing.
Oh well. Please, like my voice is actually gonna match the song. Yeah,
Well-
I listened to myself singing and I was like, ew. And then I redid it again and I was like, ew. Might as well turn it in.
I am so
Good.
bad. Whenever like some sort of like application or something mentions like how would you describe yourself or what are your talents, I am so bad at saying stuff because I'll be thinking of like maybe I'm this, but then I'm like, wait, am I really? Maybe I'm
Wait a
not.
minute,
I don't
yeah.
actually know what I'm good at, and that's kind of
remember
kinda whack.
remember when I added everybody in the server and I was like, quick, describe me using adjectives.
I'm like I don't know, bro.
And then I had to have other people because the Common App is like, describe yourself in 3 words. And I was like,
I think a lot of
uh,
okay, time to censor this out in case the colleges find out my YouTube. I mean, I already said I would be dead anyway. I think a lot of college like
Yeah.
not exams, applications are really BS. It's like
what do you mean?
how are you on an emotional level? It's like what does that have to do with the subject? It's like
it's probably psychology stuff, you know? Like maybe they're looking to see how you react to the question. You know, and that can help piece together your psychological profile to that.
they're like, how would you
that,
describe yourself in 3
application
words?
person.
It's like, what if I'm determined? They're like, oh yes, that's the keyword we were looking for. You're in.
I'm not sure if that's exactly what they do. I
Then what are
can't
they doing?
know. I don't know. I'm as in the dark in this as you are.
How do they decide these things? They're just like, okay, so you see, this person has a million bajillion A's, but they describe themselves as cheerful, and that's really not what we're looking for in this guy. Like, what is the deal with that?
I
Also,
don't think
When they
that's
ask
how it
for your
works.
race, I'm like, that's kind of That's racist, bro. You can't do that.
No, I don't think it's race. I don't think that's like a deciding factor at all. I think they're just looking for how diverse their community
See,
is.
that's it. That's the problem.
Oh,
You have saying like, oh, we have to have a diverse community. I know basically what it translates to is that like we don't want a bunch of white people, so we don't look like a bunch of racists. That's basically what they want, which is
isn't that a good thing?
It's still racist
Different
though. You
podcast.
can't. Okay, we're not getting into this right now. I'm about to be
We
canceled
already
on
hit an
Twitter.
hour.
How dare I insult the colleges for asking if you're white or not?
Colleges, I've applied to. I'm not insulting you. We are just
No, it's just
making-
me. I'm the one insulting. He's not saying anything. Don't listen. Ty
Yeah,
hasn't said anything about it.
I-
It's me. It's just me.
Yeah, but like I'm here by association, so I might as well apologize.
Do you also murder those people by association?
I don't murder anybody. Okay,
Also,
I've committed
okay,
no
if the
crimes.
if the colleges are an hour into this podcast, then I would be very
I-
worried about them.
I'd be like, heck yeah.
Then I'd be like, okay, yes,
We-
I'd be like,
we
more
interested
views.
them.
Woo, woo.
Yeah, average watch time goes up to an hour. It's like, wait
Yeah.
a minute.
Wait a second. It's
Wait
like
a
one
minute.
person watched an hour. It's like,
Hmm,
Speaking of which, we are an hour in, so
we are an hour in, so
should probably wrap this up.
Make sure to Discord, Instagram, yeah, everything,
Hi-
all the social
Twitch,
stuff. Like,
yeah.
hit the like button, subscribe. This has been the first episode of Discussing the Universe
With Drake.
and Ty Season 2. I won't be saying Season 2 from now on.
I mean,
But
technically, it's
anyway.
just episode 17, but it's like, it's semantics.
You know what? We'll see you all next week.
Goodbye.